Consider the following statement about the correct order of the stages of demographic transition associated with economic development. BCA. High birth rate with high death rate. C number, high birth rate with low death rate. Low birth rate with low death rate. Arrange in chronological order the following economists in relation to their contribution to the theory of consumer behavior. Choose the correct answers. A. Marshall, J. R. Hicks, R. G. D. Allen, P. Samuelson, R. Stone. Headcount ratio: 1 number, extent of poverty, poverty gap; 2 number, depth of poverty, square of poverty gap; 4 number, severity of poverty, multidimensional poverty index; 3 number, poverty as deprivation. Three statements are given as under. A, B are correct, but C is not correct. Generalized least square GLS method is capable of providing blue in situation where OLS fails. GLS is OLS on the transformed variables that satisfy the standard least squares assumptions. GLS method is suitable for dealing with multicollinearity problem. A, B are correct, but C is not correct. For oil importing countries, the increase in oil prices in 1970s and mid 2000 contributed to which of the following? B, C, D. B number, balance of trade deficit, price inflation, constrained economic growth. Identify the method not being used for unemployment estimation by the NSSO of India. Current monthly status. The problem relating to burden of public debt has been dealt by E.D. Domar, A.C. Pigu, B.C. Given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, disguised unemployment is present in India. Reasoner, agricultural productivity at margin is close to zero. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, in classical model, investment demand is regarded as autonomous of changes in income or employment. Reason are, it is vague price flexibility which brings full employment in the classical model. In the light of the above two statements, choose the correct option. A is false but R is true. Under normal probability curve, the area within the range of U minus 1.96 sigma and U plus 1.96 sigma, where U equal to mean, sigma equal to standard deviation, is 95%. The elasticity of substitution sigma of the production function, which admits of both Higgs and Herod neutral technical progress, would be sigma equal to 1. Arrange the following in chronological order. C, D, A, B. C number হচ্ছে গিয়ে Taxation Inquiry Commission Mathur Committee. D number, the Direct Tax Inquiry Committee Wancho Committee. A number, the Indirect Tax Inquiry A Committee Jha Committee. And B number, Tax Reforms Committee R J Chelia Committee. Arrange the following books in the correct chronological order. Das Capital, A, B, C, D. Or Value and Capital, Capital and Growth, Accumulation of Capital. A, B, C, D answer. The total cost function of a firm is C equal to 1 by 10 Q cube minus 3Q square plus 50Q plus 300, where C equal to total cost, Q equal to output. Marginal cost at Q equal to 10 is 20. Which trade policy results in the government levying both a specific tariff and an ad valorem tariff on imported goods, compound tariff? Autonomous investment could be attributed to AVC, level of technology, expectation level of national income. Given below two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, parties to a dispute over property right will be able to negotiate an economically optimal solution. Reasoner, there are efficient competitive markets and there are no transitions cost. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. The whole burden of tax will be borne by the consumer if the demand for a commodity is inelastic and supply is perfectly elastic. Which of the following is not an example of market failure? Economies of scale. In which of the following models knife edge problem occur? Herod. Which one of the following is not a feature of the contingent valuation method? It is used only in case of air pollution. Arrange the following events in chronological order. ADBC. A number হচ্ছে গিয়ে ফার্স্ট ফেজ অফ ন্যাশনালাইজেশন অফ কমার্শিয়াল ব্যাংকস। ডি নাম্বার এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট অফ এক্সিম ব্যাংক অফ ইন্ডিয়া। বি নাম্বার এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট অফ নারসিম্বা কমিটি অন ব্যাংকিং সিস্টেম। সি নাম্বার enactment of FEMA Act. Consider the following statements. A. B. India's State Policy Review TPR is carried out every 4 years. B number WTO has a mechanism for regular review of the trade policies of member countries. Which one of the following institutions is related with the green blue box subsidies? D number World Trade Organization. Consider the following statements about the social cost benefit analysis for viability of projects. Which of the following statements are true for this analysis? A and C number. A number IRR should be greater than social discount rate. C number shadow prices are used for the calculation of benefits and cost. Match list quasi rent. 3 number A Marshall planned sales curve. 4 number F Chamberlain monopoly power. 1 number AP Lerner strong ordering of preferences. 2 number PA Samuelson. 28 number arrange in chronological order the following contribution of economists in theory of consumer. Choose the correct answer. Cardinal theory, ordinal theory, rival preference theory, linear expenditure system. Which one of the following statement is not correct for the textile sector in India? Textile sector has a tendency to shrink as the GDP and economy grow. Hexaroholin trade model maintains that a country exports goods for which its resource endowments are most suited. Which among the following is the function of SEBI? Regulation of primary and secondary security market. Choose the correct option for which the allocation of inputs is technically efficient. A only. A number হচ্ছে গিয়ে output of one goods cannot be decreased without increasing the output of another goods. 33 number arrange the following theories of international trade in chronological order as they appear. DBAC. D number হচ্ছে গিয়ে theory of absolute cost. B number theory of comparative cost. A number theory of opportunity cost. And C number factor price equalization theorem. Who among the following is not associated with the optimum theory of population? T.R. Malthus. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as an A and the other is labeled as reasonable. Assertion হচ্ছে গিয়ে for certain goods the expenditure by the consumer decreases. Reason for such goods the income elasticity of demand is high. A is true but R is false. Consider an economy with a linear homogeneous Cobb-Douglas production function with two inputs, capital and labor. The share of capital and labor are respectively 1/3 and 2/3. The rates of growth of capital and labor are respectively 6% and 3% per annum. If the rate of growth of output is 6% per annum, what is the rate of growth of output due to total factor productivity TFP? 2%. Who among the following economists are associated with the balanced growth doctrine? A. D number W. A. Lewis. D number Ragnar Nakse. Match the economists with their field of contribution in mathematical economics. 3 number Slatusky. 3 number হচ্ছে গিয়ে consumer behavior analysis. Array হচ্ছে গিয়ে 4 number CS production function Leontief. 2 number input output analysis Dentins. 1 number linear programming. The phenomenon of demographic dividend is related to which of the following? An increase in the share of working age population in terms of their contribution to econometrics. Which is correct chronological order? T. Havelmo, L. R. Klein, H. Thale, A. L. Nagar. Who is the author of the book Freedom as Development? Amartya Sen. Bootstrapping technique is used to obtain sampling distribution of parameters of interest. Under which of the following approaches Phillips curve analysis holds good? A number to give adaptive expectations. Inverse of matrix 2 0 0 0 0 4 0 0 0 0 5 0 0 0 0 1 is হচ্ছে গিয়ে C number 0.5 0 0 0 0 0.25 0 0 0 0 0.20 0 0 0 1. When the market rate of interest falls, which one of the following will happen? Bond price will rise and bond yield will fall. Given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, geometric mean is theoretically considered as the best average to construct index numbers. Reasoner, geometric mean is used if the range of observation are extremely large. Both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, intellectual property rights were brought into the Uruguay round trade negotiations. Reasoner, international trade restrictions can be used to discourage the violation of the intellectual property rights. Both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. In linear programming, each problem called primal has a dual about duality. In linear programming, following statements are given and given A, B, C, D are correct. If a linear programming problem is maximizing type, then its dual is minimizing type. Both primal and dual have same optimum value. Dual of a linear programming problem is primal problem. If maximizing linear programming problem is with less than type constraints, the dual of this problem will have more than type constraints. Which one of the following is an example of positive externality? Public immunizations. Incidence of tax refers to the person or group who ultimately pays the tax. The elements given below are some of the parts of the aim for money supply in Indian economy. A and B. Borrowed money M3, all deposits with the post office saving banks. Analysis of variance is carried out by using F-test. Identify the correct chronological order of the following. BADC. B number হচ্ছে গিয়ে Fisher's theory of investment. A number Hayek theory of investment. D number Markowitz theory of investment. Or C number Georgian's theory of investment. Which of the following statements are true concerning a triangular or recursive system? A, B and C only. A number হচ্ছে গিয়ে the parameters can be validly estimated using separate applications of OLS to each equation. The independent variables may be correlated with the error terms in other equation. An application of two-stage least squares would lead to unbiased but inefficient parameter estimation. Given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, in order to control inflationary tendencies, RBI raises the repo rate. Reasoner, by so doing, RBI wishes to control consumption demand. C number হচ্ছে গিয়ে A is true but R is false. Given below, given the saving function A is equal to minus 20 plus 0.2y and autonomous investment I equal to 100 million, the equilibrium of the level of consumption would be 500. A tax of 20 per unit of imported cheese would be an example of A and হচ্ছে গিয়ে specific tariff. Which among the following are the main pillars of the base 3 norms? A, B, C only. Minimal capital requirements. B number supervisory review process. And C number market discipline. Which one of the following is correct for the money supply measure M1? Currency with the public plus demand deposit of commercial banks plus other deposits at a point of time. Friedman's modern quantity theory of money concludes that changes in aggregate spending are primarily determined by changes in the money supply. If in a given situation Px equal to 170, Pm equal to 190 and Zx equal to 152, then which of the following will be the value of single factorial terms of trade? Tx 136. Which match the list? Fiscal deficit হচ্ছে গিয়ে 3 number. Excess of total expenditure over total receipts less borrowings. Budget deficit 1 number. Excess of total expenditure over total receipts. Or revenue deficit 2 number. Excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipts. Or primary deficit 4 number. Excess of total expenditure over total receipts less borrowings and interest payments. হচ্ছে গিয়ে marginalist revolution 3 number. JFAS multiplier accelerated model 1 number. Samuelson ISLM curves 2 number. JR Hicks or real business cycle 4 number. Robert J. Boro. Displacement effect in the Peacock-Wiseman hypothesis implies the movement from older level of public expenditure and taxation to a newer and higher level. E. Cannon, one number optimum population, Frank Netstein, three number demographic transition, Brundtland, four number sustainable development, Ronald chose two number transactions costs. Among normal cost curves, which one of the following curves does not have a minimum point? Average fixed cost. Decay Fuller test 4 number. Decay Fuller test 4 number is stationarity. Box Jenkins method 3 number. Forecasting or Glazer test. Glazer test 1 number. Heteroscedasticity or Granger test 2 number. Casualty. For a Cobb-Douglas production function Q equal to 100, L 0.7, K 0.3, which of the following is true? It is having zero elasticity of factor substitution. The compensation criterion, which says that state A is socially preferable to state B if those who gain from the change can compensate the losers and yet end up with surplus welfare gain, is attributed to N. Kaldor. Given below are two statements, one is labeled assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A. Inclusive growth is a must for a country like India. Reasoner. India is an open economy with a significant external sector. Both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Herod's growth model is given as under ST equal to AYT, IT equal to BYT minus YT minus 1, ST equal to IT 0 greater than A greater than 1, B less than 0. In this model, growth condition is B by B minus A less than 0. In which of the following products problem of adverse selection encountered? Both A and B number, market of insurance or market for credit. For which of the following consumption function the value of the income multiplier K equal to 4, C equal to 200 plus 0.75y, which is correct chronological order of economists contributing to input-output analysis. Quincy, Karl Marx, Leontief, Hawkins, Simon. The inventory approach to the transaction demand suggests that the transaction component of demand for money is negatively related to interest rate. Which among the following is not the source of the income of RBI? Dividend on the shares of private equity held with the bank. Kaldor's growth model incorporates some of the following assumptions. AC number. Total savings include savings out of wakes and savings out of profits. C number. Output consists of wakes and profits. Insolvency and bankruptcy code is primarily interested with which of the following? Facilitating banks recover higher amount of bad loans than they recovered earlier. Given below are two statements, one is labeled assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoner. Assertion A, CS production function covers large class of production function. Reasoner, CS production function has the property of constancy of elasticity of factor substitution. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Which of the following is the correct sequence in the ascending order of the magnitude? Reverse repo rate, MSFR, SLR. Consider the following statements. Only one is true number. Preferring to a certain income to a risky income which the same level of expected value lead to a risk averse behavior. Consider the following statements, both A and B number. The main objective of the National Agricultural Insurance Scheme NAIS is to protect the farmers against losses suffered by them due to crop failure on account of national calamities. B number. The National Agricultural Insurance Scheme NAIS is available to all the farmers, both loanee and non-loanee, irrespective of their size of holding. On which date and year GST become effective in India? 1st July 2017. Under which article of the Constitution of India, President is empowered to appoint the Finance Commission 280. Arrange the following in the chronological order in which this happened. CBDA, C number হচ্ছে গিয়ে Brundtland Commission, B number Rio Earth Summit, D number Kyoto Protocol, A number Paris Climate Agreement. For an exactly identified equation, the order condition that should be fulfilled is that equation must exclude exclude one less than the total number of endogenous variables in the model. Which among the following market form leads to most efficient allocation of resources? Perfect competition. Treasury bills, 3 number. Government, commercial papers, 4 number. Private companies, repo rate, 1 number. RVI or SDRS, 2 number. IMF, International Monetary Fund. Forward exchange, 2 number. A contract to buy and sell foreign exchange against another currency at some fixed rate in the future at a price agreed upon now. Hedging হচ্ছে গিয়ে 1 number. A device of covering exchange risk against the price rise of foreign currency or arbitrage. 4 number. A mechanism which makes two markets that are physically separate a single market in economic sense. Space point to 3 number. The movement of exchange rate between two limits set by the cost of moving gold from one country to another. Two series are given as under 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16 minus 1 by 32 plus up to infinity 2 plus root 2 plus 1 plus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2 plus up to infinity. Both A and B are convergent series. Consider the following statements in relation to the figure. Only A and C are true. The 45-degree line would indicate equal correspondence between industrial growth rate and GDP growth rate, and C number হচ্ছে গিয়ে the excess of industrial growth rate over GDP growth rate is fueling more GDP. Which of the following statement is correct? The relation between the living standards and resources denoted to industrial activity is globally true. Consider the following statements. AC only. A number. The association between growth of industry and growth of GDP make industry the engine of growth. C number. The GDP growth rates are reflected in the growth rate of labor productivity. Dynamic economies of scale do not include which one of the following? The labor intensive sector will experience increasing returns will growth of output, or which one of the following statement is not correct for middle and highly developed countries? Shift of resources is uniform between agricultural industry and higher order services for higher growth. Which of the following is not correct about the SDGs index constructed by Niti Aayog? The range of the index is 0 to 1. The SDG index of Niti Aayog classifies the states UTs into defined categories. Match the category with the respective score. 1 number performers, 1 number is 50 to 64, aspirants 4 number, greater than 50 or front runners 2 number, less than equal to 65 or achievers 100. Which of the following government of India's schemes contributed to India's progress towards the SDGs? Swachh Bharat Mission or AB number Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. What is the range of the SDG index score for states in India? 42 to 69. Which of the following is not true for the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs? Millennium Development Goals.